At Ilke, we want to be a bit more than just providing the hardware and the software tools to be effective and efficient and environmentally friendly. We also want to ensure that the technology that we provide itself is environmentally sound. You may or may not be aware, but in many of our printers we actually do not use laser technology, we use LED printing technology, which is a digital light source. That has many advantages, but from an environmental point of view, it has a lot less power consumption, both when printing and when idle. And let's be honest, printers are idle most of the time. If you say a printer is printing maximum 1 hour a day, then for 23 hours a day it's doing nothing. And at the weekends that's 24 hours it's doing nothing. Our printers consume something like 2 watts when idle, whereas most laser printers consume approximately about 10 times that when idle. So if we do the maths, and I'm going to have to get a piece of paper with the numbers here, if we do the maths, that's 2 watts per hour for an Ilke LED product, roughly call it 19 watts per hour for a laser product. So therefore for 23 hours that's 46 watts and 437 watts correspondingly. Add that up for 5 working days and a weekend, in a total week, a printer like this will be consuming something like 326 watts sitting there doing nothing. Whereas a laser printer would be consuming something like 3 kilowatts doing nothing. So the difference is about 2.7 kilowatts a week. Multiply that by 52 weeks in a year and you have a saving of something like 144 kilowatts per year per printer. Now, we're here in the UAE, so let's take the IDC numbers for the UAE. The sales of laser printers last year were in the region of 227,000 units. If 10% of those had been using the LED technology that we use, and you multiply that by that number, the saving in electricity, you're waiting for this because it's a big number, 3.281 terawatts of power. That is a considerable amount of power that could be saved. Now that means it doesn't have to be generated, so there are savings in carbon fuels or even building nuclear power stations or whatever needs to be done, or it increases the capacity that's already there within the power network to provide energy for other sources. So, summarising this lot up, printing smarter, putting things online, using them in a database, bringing them in-house, all of which make a lot of sense when you start doing the numbers. But it's also environmentally friendly. If you were to print things yourself in-house, there was a study done by a research company called CEBR a couple of years ago, and across the EMEA they reckoned that bringing print in-house and managing it properly could save something like $5.4 billion across EMEA, which again is a considerable saving. So, summarising all this up, print only what you need, printing it when you need it, printing it yourself in-house, and printing it on one of these kind of machines saves money, saves paper, saves toner, saves time, and makes a lot of sense. So for Earth Day this year, don't just switch a light off, switch your printer to an Ilke LED printer, and who knows, you might be able to help save the planet. Have a happy Earth Day. Thanks.